Yeah.
We're in season 2. Can you believe it?
No, I can't, but it's happening, so I better believe it.
Hey, welcome into Thy Kingdom Come. We're a podcast where we talk all things Chiefs and nothing else, because that's what we know. We used to talk about the NFL, Josiah, but we don't anymore.
No, that's solely Dionte's piece, and he won't be here as often.
Well, no, okay, so we do talk a little bit of the NFL stuff, but this season, we're in season 2, baby.
Yeah.
We're in season 2. Can you believe it?
No, I can't, but it's happening, so I better believe it.
It's happening. You better believe it. So we are we're in season 2. We took a lot of time off, and I mean, which is fine. We had a lot of stuff going on, and so did some of the other things. You may see a little some glitches and stuff. We're trying some new things. I just noticed my camera lagged for like 30 seconds. So I mean, stuff is gonna happen. It's
been
gonna happen.
6 months.
We're gonna get it's been 6 months. Give us a little bit of grace here. But I mean, there's should we start with the elephant in the room for the off season?
Yes, depending on what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody was excited when they heard this news. The news that shocked the world, right?
Yes.
Josiah has a baby.
Yes, that's the news.
Yeah,
yep.
You got a baby.
I have a baby. Yep. That's what
man.
everyone was talking about on Twitter.
That's what everyone was talking about on Twitter, on
outlet.
TikTok. I saw some TikToks about it. Like, there was something when you search something on TikTok, like the subject of Josiah had a baby, it like threw confetti and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was kind of wild. I didn't know anybody knew who I was. That was kind of crazy.
That's exactly what happened. That's totally.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, you have a baby.
I do. I have.
Congratulations.
A child. Yeah. Thank you.
Like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
4 months.
Almost 3 and
at the end of the week. Yeah.
Is it really 4 months at the end of the week? It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Congrats, my guy.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Yep.
Proud of you. Hey.
I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Proud of you. Yep. I was showing a friend like what that was, and now anytime we see each other, and I just do this.
You just gotta make sure they see the whole hand.
Yep, they got.
Like,
whole
you gotta,
hand.
yeah.
It can't be behind the nose or anything like that.
No, it can't.
It's just
yeah. It could get
right,
confusing. But yes.
Yeah,
that's the big news that everyone was talking about.
That's the big news everyone has been talking about. Obviously, that's not the big news.
No.
The biggest news of the offseason.
Biggest news for me
is our boy. Is what?
Biggest news for me. But
it's the biggest news for you. It's pretty big news for you.
Yeah.
Biggest news in the offseason is I lost 75 pounds.
That's the biggest news for you.
That's big news.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. That's big news for me. Honestly, nobody cares about that either. We're still gonna get fat comments. Like, let's be honest, I'm still obese.
True. No, that's just gonna happen. It's just
gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. That's a movie quote that most people are probably not going to catch on to. It's fine. Everything is fine. No, in reality, like the actual big news, our boy Travis Kelce got married or engaged. Not married yet.
Engaged. You know what? Everyone. Yeah, you would have thought he got married. Like with how everybody was.
He liked it, so he put a ring on it, as Beyonce says.
That's true.
So
to Beyonce.
Hey, shout out to you, my guy. Hey, if there was one person who had a blueprint of what to do, how to date them, and get engaged, Taylor Swift put it in music for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, she put a blueprint out there of, hey, this is what I like. This is what I want you to do. Stinking do it. So, yeah.
And he did it.
And Travis Kelce did it. He did it.
With the help of
Andy Reid. My favorite thing was with the help of Andy Reid. Obviously, Andy Reid had a huge play in it. Him and what is Taylor Swift? Scott Swift. Are buddies from when he was back in Philly. So yeah, My favorite thing is like watching all the people who are like huge Taylor Swift fans. But I can't believe she did it on his podcast. Like, I can't believe he would steal the spotlight. Like, bruh, like, calm down. Not everybody should have a microphone. I don't think I should sometimes. So, which is fine. It's fine. It's okay.
No one made her do that.
Like, nobody made her do that. Trust me, you think Taylor Swift is going to do something she doesn't want to do?
You're trying
like, come
to
on,
defend
guys.
her autonomy while taking away her autonomy. That's not how that works.
Human guys. Hey, I want to throw this out there to start the season. Like, there's going to be a lot of banter in our podcast this year. There's going to be, maybe we'll have some guests on, Might have some guests on. Maybe. I'm moving some screens around. I might try to put a screen. Like, this is kind of crazy because like it's a little compact and stuff in this area. But I might try to put a screen over here, even though there's nothing to put a screen on. I might just put it on like a stand of some sort.
That way
way I can like be here, be like here and here at the same time.
Sure.
Because I like this wall as my backdrop.
It looks good.
There's going to be like some decor changes and whatnot. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening this season, guys. We might have like some new logo stuff.
Maybe it's possible.
Maybe a new intro. Like maybe some motion graphic things. Maybe. You'd think in the off season I would have worked on all of this. I did none of that.
Well,
none of that. So to be 100% candid, we were wondering if we would even come back for this season, just because so much happened in the off season in life for all of us, me, Josiah, and if you haven't noticed, Dionte's not here. So for Dionte as well, his schedule is absolutely insane. He'll be on the podcast whenever he can be on the podcast. He always has a spot here. Dionte is a founding member of Thy Kingdom Come, and he's still very much a part of our podcast, and we will take his insight and his direction whenever we can. Any direction he feels like, oh, this might be, we're gonna take that into account when we make decisions, because this is his baby as much as it is ours. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Yeah.
Like, because you guys actually have kids. I do not. So this is my baby. It's y'all's metaphorical baby. So there's that.
No. Yeah. I am not a 1-for-1 replacement for Dionte. So whenever he has time, he will definitely come on and do that. But it was kind of weird that it was like the busiest season I've ever had, the busiest season I feel like Dionte's ever had, and quite possibly the busiest season you've had, or one of the busiest seasons, all at the same time. It was kind of crazy.
It was
it was good.
I know there was a couple episodes that never got posted. We posted the shorts, but we never posted the episodes, and it looks a little suspicious. So we're working on. I've still got the raw footage and all that stuff for it. I had big kind of like computer crash. And then I just never put everything back together after losing the original footage
or losing the original
finalized footage.
Losing the finalized footage and losing the Super Bowl. Not to bring that up.
So I had no motivation to do that whatsoever.
I do not blame you.
So maybe like if we get like a Patreon or something at some point, that'll go up there as like the lost footage. Who knows?
That would be good.
We might get a Patreon.
We could remove all of last season's videos and put them on Patreon.
Might get merch like this season. So there's a lot of things that we're working on. I would love to be wearing a shirt that said something like TKC on it instead of just Chiefs, supporting our own brand. Maybe get a hat with it too. Some hoodies in the season, towards the end of the season. So we're just working on a bunch of stuff. We're excited to be back. Dare I say it?
Oh,
I'm kind of stoked.
Dude, he's stoked. He's stoked, man.
I'm stoked.
Oh, we're so back. He's stoked.
I said this. Yeah, I'm stoked. So yeah, there's a lot happening. Thanks for coming through this rambling with us. We talked about Travis Kelce getting engaged to Taylor Swift.
Which is the only reason why I wanted to come back. I mean, to be real.
The only reason. Like, let's be honest. All we got to do is put T-Swizzle and T Kels in the the thumbnail and billions of clicks.
Billions.
That's what we're going for. Billions.
Yes, at least billions impressions.
At least maybe trillions.
It could be.
Maybe trillions.
It could be. It hasn't been tested. It hasn't been tested.
Yep, hasn't been tested yet. It might break the internet.
Good.
Like the podcast did when she announced her album. We're not going to go into that. Sorry. We're getting away from the Chiefs if we talk about that. Yes. But congrats to them. That's pretty awesome. Josiah, should we just go into it?
Yeah, we should kind of give a State of the Union before we go into this first week of where the team's at. A lot has happened. A lot has happened. So
a lot has happened.
So you're gonna run down the injury report. I'm excited to see where we're at.
Yep. Well, let's start with the depth chart, like the final 53-man roster.
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about that, and then we'll go into the injuries, just so we know who's actually signed to the 53-man roster and who is not and why they're not.
That's a good point.
I mean, there's one I told you before we started recording, and we've talked about it, I think, before, but I was just absolutely surprised that he is not currently on our team. So to start off, who we got? You wanna go ahead and hit the offense, and I'll give my thoughts on the offense.
Yeah, that works.
So who we got on offense, man? Who's our quarterback? I don't know if we know. Who our
I don't know. I know that he's making some money.
Right.
Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is still the starter. We're not carrying more than
we're only carrying two quarterbacks.
Two quarterbacks, yeah. We had more, obviously, but then we're
gonna have Oladokin on the I think he's Chris Oladokin and we released Bailey Zappi. So
Bailey Zappi, right.
Yeah. Oladokin is our practice squad QB, and he probably will be for this foreseeable future, man. He knows our team well, and he's really good at mimicking what we do or what other teams will do against us. So
yeah. No, and then we move down to running back, and we have Isaiah Pacheco. He's back and healthy after the end of last season. And then Kareem Hunt is right behind him.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll both see plenty of action this year, just like last year.
Right.
But then, unless you want to talk about Elijah Mitchell or
we've got we'll at least name all the people we got on the 53. So we do have Elijah Mitchell and Brashard Smith, excuse me. So I was a little bit surprised because it seemed like Elijah Mitchell was fighting for like fourth string reps for a lot of this preseason and camp. And Carson Steele was getting a lot of the third string reps in practices, and I mean occasionally he was getting like second string reps in practices, but as well as Brashard Smith, but Elijah Mitchell just kind of, I feel like he snuck in at the end there, and maybe a little bit of Carson Steele's fumble issues last year had to do with that. Maybe he just didn't they didn't see the explosiveness they needed. I mean, with Isaiah Pacheco being healthy and Kareem Hunt, those are two of the most explosive backs you can have. Like Isaiah Pacheco, we always say it, he runs angry. And then Kareem Hunt, he just knows how to find open space, So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Who we got receiver-wise? You want to go through the starters first and then the backups?
Yes. Yeah. So starting, we have Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. And behind Xavier Worthy, you have Jalen Royals, Nico Remigio, and then Hollywood Brown, Tyquan Thornton, Rashee Rice, which, he can go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Juju Smith-Schuster, you have Jason Brownlee, and all this is in flux, obviously. There's some questionable injuries, there's suspensions. Like, what's the state of affairs with the receiver room?
Exactly. You got Hollywood Brown, who's nursing an ankle injury. You've got Jalen Royals with a tendonitis. You got Rashee Rice, going to miss the first 6 games of the season, which I'm actually excited for, because he's coming off of an injury from last year. And I said at the end of last season, I'd rather him miss the first 6 games of the season to get even more healthy. And then it also brings in the dynamic where you're not having this weird thing where okay, he starts for the first few games of the season, and now he's suspended, and now he's back. So you almost have to change the dynamic of the team like an extra time, right? With him missing the first chunk of the season, you can get into a rhythm without Rashee Rice, and then you're only going to get better when he comes back. So I'm excited for that. I honestly think Tyquan Thornton has a chance to take a lot of, second. Well, I guess not second string because he is second string, but he has the potential to take a lot of reps from Juju Smith-Schuster. The only difference being that Juju Smith-Schuster is he's a big body, right? He doesn't have the speed. He's the guy that'll go across the middle, make some catches along the sideline. You know what I mean? Like Tyquan Thornton's going to beat you deep, and he's going to beat you quick. And then you got Jason Brownlee, who's also that big body who will come in and do kind of the same thing as Juju does. And Nico, he's making the roster because in my opinion, he's mainly making the roster because of his return skills.
Yeah.
Right. But he showed a lot of promise over the last couple of seasons with his hands when we needed him to, So I haven't finished the entirety of The Kingdom on Disney Plus, but it goes into depth a little bit with Nico Remigio about it. And he's a stud, man. He's got everything that you'd want in a player like that. So yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, we're carrying 8 receivers.
Eight receivers.
It just is indicative of how in flux everything is. But hopefully by week 6, everything's pretty much set in stone. Not to say that like you said, Tyquan Thornton couldn't or Jalen Royals couldn't move into the regular mix. But then we move on to tight end. We've already talked about him. Mm-hmm. Travis Kelce, the man himself, with Noah Gray, Jared Wiley, and then Robert Tonyan behind him.
Which I'm surprised. So we actually dropped Robert Tonyan and put him on the practice squad, and then we brought him back to the active roster. I was surprised to see that. Like, why drop him just to bring him back to the active roster? But that was also before we saw Rashee Rice was suspended. So,
sure. Yeah. Do we normally carry 4 tight ends? Is it because sometimes we run 2 tight ends?
Generally, it's 3.
3?
And we have done 4 in the past, but for the most part, we're running 3 tight ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And then we move on to the offensive line, which was a huge sticking point last year.
Yes.
But it seems like we're going to have a lot better success this year. We have Josh Simmons at left tackle, and then Kingsley Suamataia at left guard, Creed Humphrey at center.
Yep. Hey, way to say that, man.
Yeah, we got it down after the draft last year. We were saying it
down after the draft a year and a half ago. Yeah,
we said his name so many times.
Suamataia. Yeah, crazy.
And then at right guard we have Trey Smith, and then right tackle we have Jawan Taylor, and then backing up left tackle.
Right side of our line, right side of our line is like, it's who we had last year, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Behind Josh Simmons, we have Wanya Morris, and then backing up left guard, Mike Caliendo. Backup center is Hunter Norzad. Right guard is Ethan Driscoll, but looks like he could have something going on. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's got an appendix issue.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's on reserve for week 1.
Yep.
Well, I guess he's out for week 1. He's not actually on injured reserve, but yeah.
And then backing up right tackle, we have Jalen Moore. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, the right side of the line is the same as we had last year. Last year, on the left side, Kingsley Suamataia had some struggles, but it sounds like he's in his element at left guard, and then Josh Simmons has just been killing it. And training camp, preseason.
The big thing with last year is that when we had, excuse me, Kingsley and I can't. Who else did we have? I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, I should know this.
I can't remember.
I'm blanking on his name.
We had a lot of struggles. But when we had,
oh my gosh.
Oh, now I can't think of who we had at guard. Oh my gosh.
Joe Tooney.
We got rid of. Oh, so Joe. Well, so before Joe Tooney took over at left tackle, that's what I'm talking about. So Joe Tooney, when he took over at left tackle, it was because our tackles were just not doing well, right? Joe Thuney was undersized for tackle. Josh Simmons is not. Josh Simmons is not undersized. He's 6'5", 310, man. Like, he's got long arms. He's got big. His hands are
Wanye was at left tackle.
Yep, Wanye was at left tackle as well. Kingsley was at left tackle.
Yeah.
And like we struggle a bunch, but Joe Thuney was a little bit undersized for tackle. I mean, he did fantastic for what we needed him to. But he's Josh Simmons is going to be a guy. It looks like there's nothing but good things to be said about him. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But as of right now, we're killing the game. So yeah.
All right, and that's the offense.
That's the offense. Yeah. Now, let's just. We'll just jump into the defense.
Yeah.
The guys we got coming back on the line. This is the big thing. Is like we don't have Mike Pennell anymore, and I was quite surprised at that. But we did re-sign Derek Nottie, and we do have Omar Norman Lott, which we have a huge he was our second round pick. So we have a lot of stock in him, right? Now Norman Lott is dealing with a little bit of a foot / ankle / calf injury kind of thing. So he may be out for the game. And Derek Nottie would start. Not a big deal if that happens. And then Jerry Tillery would kind of rotate in there. We do not have FAU, Felix Enudike-Uzomah. I always say his name different every time I say it.
Every single time.
Crazy. Every single time. But he's out for the season with a hamstring, which kind of stinks. A couple other notable defensive guys that we do not have for the season are going to be I don't know if it's for the entire season, but Najee Johnson has an injury to his shoulder. Bush is out. Deion Bush is out for the season with his Achilles, which is absolutely crazy. And you'll be happy to know we still are carrying BJ Thompson on our roster.
Yeah.
And he's on injured reserve, and we're still paying him because that just says a lot about the character of our team, our front office, So yeah, we got that. Eric Scott Jr. is also on IR. So we've got several defensive backs on IR right now. We also have Jack Cochran is questionable. He's dealing with an injury. What was his injury? I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, man. We're going to go to our injury report real quick. So, excuse me. We've got several guys that, just are banged up a little bit. So, Cochran's dealing with the knee injury. It's just... just a little bit of everything. Drew Tranquil is dealing with a back injury, which he's dealt with back issues before. So, it's not super surprising, but at the same time, that's going to hurt. So, Jeffrey Bassa is going to take his spot probably at the will linebacker. Losing him as a leader is going to stink a little bit, but Leo Chenal's done a fantastic job at helping lead this defense, as well as Nick Bolton. So those guys, Cooper McDonald will be our linebackers, and with Drew and Jack Cochran questionable, we might just have a 4-man rotation at linebacker, which scares me a little bit, because that not having a lot of guys to rotate could lead to a higher risk of injury. So there is that. Same thing with defensive back. Right now we're carrying the 4 starters and then 3 backups. So we've got Trent McDuffie, Chamari Connor, Brian Cook, Kristen Fulton. And then I guess so 5, because we got the nickel and Jalen Watson, and then we got Jaden Hicks, Noel Williams, and Joshua Williams backing up all that with Najee Johnson and Deion Bush on IR. So, yep, there's a little bit of that. So that's what we're working with on defense, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we can run through special teams real quick, but I do kind of want to talk a little bit more about the defense. So, I mean, the special teams, I mean, let me see. We have Harrison Bucker.
I mean, it's just
there we go. I mean, it's Harrison Bucker kicking, Matt Araiza punting. Nico Remigio, who's going to be a returner with Brashard Smith backing him up. And then James Winchester is going to be the long snapper. So it's very almost a carbon copy of what we had last year. I mean, that's not going to change too much.
Agreed.
But back to talking about the defense. There's a couple things that have been going around, like specifically around the safety and cornerback rooms, and news outlets saying that we have a severe problem with our cornerback and safety situation. I just don't see that. Yeah. And I want to get your take on it. I am not, Dionte would be able to go on for hours about this because I talked to him about it. But it's just, they did the same thing at running back, too. They're like, the Chiefs running back situation is horrible. And I'm like, I just don't think you understand how our offense works. And then with the cornerbacks and safeties, you just don't know how the defense works and how we're able to use these players.
So, I mean, the big difference is Christian Fulton starting at defensive back or at cornerback for us. You know what I mean? So last year he played for the Chargers, right? We signed him in this off season. So that's like the one thing we didn't have last year. Everybody else is the same. And our defensive backfield was fantastic. We got our strong safety is Chamari Connor. He was one of the toughest safeties in the league last year. And him coming off the end of the line for sacks, he gave people like tough assignments when they're trying to run routes. He's making contact. He's being physical, while also getting flagged a few times. But Brian Cook is a dog. Honestly, I think if he didn't get injured his rookie year or sophomore year, I don't remember, but if he didn't get injured, there's a chance, like right now with his development, he could be like a top safety in the league, right? Brian Cook knows how to hold his own. Jaden Hicks had a great season last season. He's backing those guys up. Jalen Watson with being our nickel, like people kind of rip on Jalen Watson, but at the same time, like I get it to an extent, but Jalen Watson was injured for a portion last season too.
Yeah.
So we have the same core guys, right?
Well, and it's not just that
Noel
we have the
Williams.
It's not just that we have the same core guys. Like I was talking to Dionte, he was like, if we really had to move people around, you could move Chamari Connor to cornerback because that's what he originally was. He was originally a corner, and then you have flexibility. You can plug in Jaden Hicks. You can move some people around. Before Deion Bush was injured, you had him. So you have not just the same core guys who, for the most part, that were a part of a Super Bowl, contender that went to the Super Bowl.
Most of these guys have been to 3 Super Bowls.
Trent McDuffie,
like Brian Cook, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, those guys have been to multiple Super Bowls.
Right. So
Jaden Hicks, it was his rookie season last year.
He's understand
been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they understand not only our defense but pressure and playing their role and playing it extremely well. Right. And so you have the same core guys, and then you can also plug them in and move them around, which is what our team's kind of all about. I mean, that happens with our wide receivers, that happens with our running backs, that happens across the whole team. So I just don't see, and again, the same thing at running back. It's like I don't think you watched our offense. Like I don't think you saw them go to the defense. Sorry, but with the running backs, you didn't watch how our offense operated.
Oh, right.
With our defense, with our defense, you didn't watch how our defense operated last year.
We still have one of the yes, we allowed more 20-point games than we did the year before, but we still had a top 10 defense last season. Like, I don't know what you want from us.
Yeah, I just think you're trying to make us out into a team that we're not. We're not. Right. These other teams, like I don't even know, like the Dallas Cowboys or something like that, where you have these star defensive players that are there every
Right.
year. And, I mean, we have star defensive players, too. I mean, we have Chris Jones. Like, we have our defense is solid. Trent McDuffie. I mean, we have these star players, and it's just we have a cast of characters that can really complement the whole defense. So I just don't.
Right.
Like, it was multiple articles I was reading, and I was like, this is just not.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The thing is, like, it's like everybody's like, oh, this has never been done. So a team that's won a Super Bowl has never been to 4 straight Super Bowls, right? Like if they've won, so like any team that's been to 4 straight Super Bowls hasn't won those 4 straight Super Bowls.
It was the Bills, right? They lost 4 in a row.
It was the Bills,
and then
they lost all 4.
I don't
right?
know if
so going to 4 straight Super Bowls has not happened except for that scenario, and they lost all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh.
Like, Patrick Mahomes...
You just made my day. Reminded me of that.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes still to this day has not missed an AFC championship game.
In years that he started as the starting quarterback?
As a starter. We'll say as a starter.
But, his rookie season...
lose to...
Anyway, yeah.
So, it's... I mean, you're going to count out the guy... and some people are picking the Chiefs to finish third until they lose. It's the same thing that happened with the Patriots, right? Like, until they lose, you have to expect them to be there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, they're like, oh, but they got absolutely walloped by Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We did.
You know what happened? Like, when the last time we got walloped in the Super Bowl, yes, we missed the Super Bowl the next year. But 2 years later, we won, or 3 years later, we won back-to-back, you know? Like, people are expecting it to be over just because some pieces aren't together.
But this is a better team.
Have Jared Wiley for the majority of the season. As long as he stays healthy. Jared Wiley, like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, he's the next Travis Kelce. Right. Well, we didn't get to see that because he was injured. Noah Gray got a new contract last year. He balled the first 6 games of the season. Mm-hmm. So we've got those things going for us, and we really just have to, people just have to understand what to expect, and they just don't. They don't. They want to be, the popular thing is to hate the Chiefs, and that's what they want to do.
Well, and like what they don't understand is the defense is similar to what it was last year, and the offense is objectively better. The line's better. Our receiver situation's better.
Our running. This is probably the best run blocking offensive line we've had in Patrick Mahomes' career.
Right, and
like
as
on
we
paper,
saw, in the preseason. The deep shots were happening, and they were connecting. Like, it was the receivers were performing well. Mahomes had time. He had longer than a second and a half or whatever it was, 2 seconds, 3 seconds to get a ball to help the receivers get down the field. Like, this is a dangerous team. Oh yeah,
Tyquan Thornton, that dude's got. And Patrick Mahomes said this offseason specifically worked on the deep ball. Yep. Not just throwing it far, but being accurate with his throws, figuring out what receivers do what and how to lead those guys, right? Because each runner is going to be a little bit different. You need to know who's running the route and where to put that ball on that route.
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah, and it's just crazy. Like, last year was one of Mahomes' worst years. The last couple of years have been some of Mahomes' worst years statistically speaking, and he has still made it to the Super Bowl 1-1, and then just barely fell short at the end. And he's coming back this year, and he's been working and working and working, and he's the hardest person on himself out there.
Him and Travis Kelce both have lost quite a bit of weight. Yep. Like, Mahomes still has the dad bod or whatever, but Ed Kelce, Travis Kelce's dad, said, "Look out." It's a good possibility this might be Travis Kelce's best season in a long time. So, I mean, that says a lot. He's got his engagement out of the way, which I'm sure, like, leading up to that, like, was a lot of pressure. He was thinking about it. It was on his mind. Now all that stuff's out of the way. He's got his girl on lock. It's go time. Right?
Yeah, right.
This is what he's preparing for. He wants to come back. Like, he could have left after last season. He could have retired.
He could have. And he'd be doing fantastic in media. He's married to the most famous woman in the world.
Happy Gilmore 2, fantastic.
Right.
Like, him getting attacked by the bear. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
What a funny scene.
I haven't seen it, but
I think he's going to do.
Well.
I'm sure he's going to do quite good in Hollywood, getting into movies and stuff.
But he wanted
he's
football.
He's actually pretty good.
He wanted
football. And the fact that he's got somebody supporting him in what he wants. If he didn't want to be there, he wouldn't be there.
No.
If he thought he was a hindrance to the team, he wouldn't be there. He said that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, look, if I didn't think I could help the
cognizant.
team, I wouldn't be. Yeah. So he's a smart guy, and I mean, he was still shaking defensive backs in preseason games, making them look silly. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. And like these guys are like 22, 23 that he's like just breaking ankles out of their socks. Like it's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, and just one final point on like Mahomes and his performance overall. The Sporting News outlet made this point, or I guess it was The Athletic, saying the Chiefs averaged 493 points during Mahomes' first 5 seasons as a full-time starter, but just 378 over the past 2 seasons, which is a difference of 115 points on average per season.
Right.
Those 2 seasons, again, he won the Super Bowl and made it to the Super Bowl with an offensive line that did not give him the same amount of time that he had during the first 5 seasons, and then a wide receiver room that was, I would say, verging on in shambles. I mean, due to injuries or drop passes for that, first of those 2 years. So now that he has a line that will protect him, and now that he has receivers that will make it downfield because he's protected, this is going to be a crazy year for Mahomes. This is going to be crazy. And so I just think these people are out of their minds. And I think Nick Wright is like one of the only sane people out there who's just like he's
insane though. He's insane but sane.
But when it comes to the Chiefs, I think he has
logical person.
He has logical and sane takes because he's like, how in the world can some of these people lose this much money and still bet against the Chiefs? Like,
I'm going to be honest, Rich Eisman's got his head on his shoulders too. Because he's the same way. He's like, until they don't make it, I can't bet against them.
Yeah, that's very level-headed. Until they prove that they don't have the stuff anymore, like, I have to keep betting.
Tyreek Hill leaves, there's no way we can win. No way we can win without Tyreek Hill.
There's no possible way.
We've been to the Super Bowl every season Tyreek Hill hasn't been here. And we won 2 of them.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
With backup receivers the entire season? Like, you got to think, we ran last season with 3rd, 4th, 5th string receivers. There was a point where our 1st, 2nd, and 4th string receiver were all injured for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
And yet we were still winning games. It's just, so it's those kind of things that like people don't understand. And I get it. People want to hate on the Chiefs. They're winning. Everybody hates the winners, right? But, I'm a Christian dude. You're a Christian dude, right? I'm a person that I'll celebrate somebody's victories, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a Raiders fan,
sure,
or a Cowboys fan. But like, if there's a team, I didn't do it with the Patriots, and I should have, but I was also young. But if there's a team, I think I'm gonna see.
Dang! You said Patriots.
God, the demons came out.
Reaction.
Yep, allergic to the Patriots. But if there's a team that's constantly winning, you can't bet against them. You just can't, right? Like, if I were to put my money on it, really, I might be like, I hate those guys. Can I get the money on the Patriots, please?
Which is why none of these pundits actually believe what they're saying. They have to have a narrative. There has to be.
It's all pop, right? You're looking for reactions. You're looking for controversy because that's what gets clicks.
And I'm not even really blaming them. It's just people just got to realize that they're just saying stuff to be saying stuff because that is their job. These shock jocks and these media pundits who have to have something to talk about besides the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl again this year. That's not going to get people to click on your article. Like, and I get it, but it's just what they're saying just isn't accurate. It's just not. And again, until we go down in flames, which losing in the Super Bowl after winning 2 in a row is not going down in flames. Whenever the next year you have a better offense all the way around, and they're going to go deep again. It's not going down in flames. That people like to say it is.
Yep.
But anyway.
So I agree.
That's the roster.
I mean, that's the roster. That's kind of a highlight of the off season. So I mean, it's that's what we got. That's what we got. There is question about Trent McDuffie's contract. He's not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
He's still got, what, 2 years?
We just, no, this is his final season, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think this is final season on his contract. But I mean, I honestly don't think we're going to have a situation with L'Jarius Sneed.
No.
But Trent McDuffie's that guy, just like Nick Bolton was that guy, just like Chris Jones was that guy, just like Travis Kelce's that guy, just like Patrick Mahomes that guy, just like Creed Humphrey's that guy, just like Trey Smith's that guy. We're showing that we will pay the guys that we need. And I'm going to be honest, Trent McDuffie is that guy. He's our Eric Berry right now. He's the leader of that defensive backfield, and we need to do everything we can to keep him for an extended amount of time. But right now, he's not worried about the contract. He's like, it'll work out when it works out, and we're not worried about it either because of his mindset with that. So yeah, man. But that's kind of like everything that we want to talk to you about, like with the offseason. We're gonna the way we're gonna kind of flow some of this stuff for the season is we're going to have a recap of the week before. Like, this is just kind of a recap of the offseason. We'll have a recap of the week before. We will have a separate video. So we're going to compile a bunch of things together at the end, but we'll have a separate video for the predictions for the week, or like our thoughts on the upcoming game, and then also the predictions for the week. That'll be all separate videos, but we'll also compile it into one video if you want to watch it all at the same time. And that way it just plays one after the other without you having to go and click on videos. So you'll get 4 videos a week, just based on that alone. Even though we're not really talking about a lot of the stuff in the NFL, we're going to still pick the games. Those videos are probably going to be short and sweet. We're not going to go into a bunch of like detail about teams, players, stuff like that. We might give because this guy's injured or because this is happening, I'm going to pick this. But really my focus hasn't been other teams. It's been the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now, we love our guys. Go ahead.
We haven't talked about this. This is kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but I do want to talk a little bit about the division because there's been a lot of chatter about this division because of the coaches that have moved into the division and some of the moves that have been made. So that'll be probably what we're talking about when we're talking about other teams is just our division, which makes sense. Everyone does that. But I don't know when we're going to talk about that, and probably a separate video at this point, but it is important this time around because our division is stacked and we're still going to blow them out of the water. But anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're starting off with a division opponent this week. But for this one, so a lot of this stuff is just going to be cut out if you're when we compile the videos together. But for now, we're just gonna end this one and just say, I guess, Josiah, you got anything else before we end this this little segment?
No, I'm gearing up for you to say what you're gonna say.
I guess I don't know, but I guess until next time, guys, that kingdom come.